All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Towers of Doom today. The friendly team Auriel, the Butcher, and Mal'Ganis, 65% win rate himself. You know, I heard Deathwing peaked at 70% win rate, dude. What the fuck? Chromie and Deathwing versus Hanzo, a level fucking account 5 Jaina, ETC, Lunara, and Mama Morals. We're playing Auriel today because she received some buffs in the newest patch to hit the Nexus. It came out on Monday. It also started the toy event again. So if you liked that board game, little mini game that you could play, it is back and you can come check it out. We're gonna go with Searing Light at level 1. We're also going to put the crown on Mal'Ganis? Chromie? Mal'Ganis? No one's getting any fucking energy for me. I don't know who to choose. If you've never played Arielle before, she basically works around the idea that she's able to heal based off of other people's actions. So if you have Mal'Ganis going in, beating people up, trying to deal some damage, he's going to generate energy for my character. If you have Chromie landing all of her skill shots and doing shit like that, she's going to be generating energy for my character. But only if we move our trait over to them to have the crown placed upon their head. They did buff Auriel a little while ago and make it so if you auto-attack heroes, you actually generate quite a bit more energy, which is a pretty nice change. It allows her to not necessarily need a battery to be effective, which is pretty cool. Like in the past, she really synergized with a few characters and was pretty meh with all the other ones. But, you know, I actually think she's in a pretty decent spot right now. I don't think it's that bad at all. That stun is notoriously thin. It's very hard to land, especially if you're not used to it. That stun is our E ability. Works just like Diablo. So if you want to knock someone into a wall, they are going to be stunned for a short time. Our W ability is our heal, and that's a skill shot. Along the same as our whip, I guess. I never realized how many skill shots she has. Everything she has is technically a skill shot. The heal is a pretty small area. It's smaller than a W from Alexstrasza, so it's not a very big area at all. But it does allow you to heal multiple people with the same cast if those people do stack up. So she is pretty decent at AoE healing in some cases. I tried to knock Jaina back, didn't work out, but it was calculated, dude. We didn't even need it. Oh my god. Punish him, dude. Punish him. Don't let him get away. That was fucking nasty. That was one of the best scatter arrows I've ever seen. And our Q ability just kind of does AoE and damage in front of us. It's really not that big of a deal at all. I'm going to try to take increased detainment strike range and see if we can stun some of these guys. We're also doing this because they have an ETC, and we're a little worried about the mosh pit. Not terribly worried, but a little worried about the mosh pit. Now remember, we cannot interact with Deathwing in any way. So even putting a crown on his head is something that we are not capable of doing. I was going to rotate up to try to help out. Doesn't really look like they need me. We'll go ahead and crown our Butcher and hope that he can deal some damage here. All right, slow start today, boys. As of right now, our heal, when we're at maximum energy charge, is healing for 602. You know that because that is our maximum energy down at the bottom left. If we pick particular talents throughout this game, we're going to be able to increase that energy cap and potentially make it so that we can heal for even more, potentially thousands of health at a time if we play our character right. And that's something that I'm going to be trying to work towards today. I'm trying to switch my crown around as much as I can to try to get the most energy out of what's going on, but I could be doing a little more to help out with that as well. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm playing kind of passively at the moment. We'll go ahead and stun her up against the wall just for a little bit of energy and for a tick in our quest. Our quest is to stun 6 people. And I think it just deals bonus damage. The damage has kind of inconsequential, to be honest with you. The enemy team pushing the bottom. We're going to hat our Mal'Ganis and head down there. We're going to pick up... Hey, that's an easy stun. We're going to pick up... We could go for Energized Cord or Damage Taken grants energy. That way we could keep the crown on Mal'Ganis, and he might actually be a pretty good battery for us, because he's just going in, and he's going to be taking a lot of damage throughout the course of this game. And we can assume that the Butcher is going to get focused when he engages as well. The Butcher actually not doing that bad, though. He's at 60 meat right now. So that is an okay option. I would normally recommend that you take Energized Cord. I really like it. It allows Auriel to play kind of aggressively. It plays a little bit like a Tyrande, where you're constantly trying to auto-attack to get more healing, which I think is pretty fun. The objective is up. Deathwing still up at the top of the map right now. We do see Chromie trying to channel up here. We're going to crown her, stun the deer into the wall, and maybe go for a channel. The Butcher is zoning at the bottom right now. Wow, that is a really long Q cast. She didn't hit me the second time. All right, we got the first one. Let's rotate down, crown on you for a moment. I'm changing the crown with my trait, if that wasn't abundantly obvious. You bitch ass motherfucker, get out of here. Butcher going in. We're going to heal him, which is also going to deal damage to ETC because of our level 1 talent. Hanzo thinks that he can trade with me, and he's wrong, because I was not alone. Normally he'd be able to trade with me all day. We're going to try to avoid some of this scatter shot damage and channel on the objective. Looks like it's going okay. The Butcher getting completely deleted on the other side of the screen, however. Deathwing using the Cataclysm to disengage here, and we could just walk away. We got both objectives. I think we should feel pretty good about that. If we take a look at healing done this game, I'm at 11,000. The enemy team's Mama Morals is sitting at 15. So a little behind, but don't worry. Now, what changed with Arielle in this last patch is Resurrect, her significantly less popular heroic option. I guess it's also technically the least popular, but that's not grammatically correct, so we're not going to say that. This is going to allow us to bring an ally of our choosing, other than Deathwing, because we can't interact with him, back to life. This used to have a 5-second, not a channel time. Actually, previously it did have a channel time, but in the last patch it didn't have a channel time, but it was like a 5-second wind up for when the character would actually be resurrected. Now, I thought my quest was done, damn. Now, it's an instant channel. It's a 3-second delay, and the target that we resurrect is going to come back to life at 100% health as opposed to 50% health. Pretty significant changes. Pretty fucking significant. And the icing on the cake is now Auriel can resurrect her own goddamn self. She doesn't need to die anymore. She can just come right back. I think that's pretty incredible. Now, the enemy team does have Mosh Pit. We do need to be a little worried about that. Let's go ahead and try to knock ETC back for a second. Give this guy a little bit more room to breathe. If we could stack up, I could do a little bit more healing here. Good damage onto the enemy team's Hanzo. We're going to crown the Butcher. Try to slap Lunara into the wall. The slap didn't connect, but everything's okay so far. I'm going to go ahead and channel. These guys are doing really good here as of right now. Our highest damage on the team is Deathwing, followed by Chromie. I'm going to use that as a guide as to who I should have my crown on when no one's taking damage. You can see that slap there actually generated quite a bit of energy, so we were able to heal up everyone around us. Those kind of plays are always so satisfying on Auriel. All right, getting beat the fuck up here. No one else really needs healing, but we can send that out there. Deathwing starting to take some damage as the wall goes down. I almost want to let him die so I can res him. Oh, we might actually have an opportunity to res here. ETC coming in with the mosh, no doubt. I'm still in range of the power slide, I think, even after the knockback, but it looks like we're going to be okay. Deathwing and the Butcher grabbing the sippy cup. We'll swap over to the Butcher for the top hat. I thought he was going to engage there. He's at full health. Mal'Ganis, Mr. 65, coming up down the lane right now. We're going to stun the Butcher in, or excuse me, stun ETC into the wall and try to deal some damage to him. He was setting up for the mosh. We clearly saw it, so we're just going to back up a little bit. And guys, if you don't die, I can't show Resurrect. Come on! If you don't die, I can't show off the ability. We're going to go ahead and crown our Chromie as she was going in for that combo. Maybe I'm swapping the crown around a little too much. I could be a little more passive with it, I think. We are going to try to clear out these mercenaries. I'm going to go for Piercing Lash as well, just because we're kind of E-focused already. If I can stun more people in a line, that would be kind of cool. Now remember, our heal also does damage. So we're healing for 792 and maximum energy. I'm just going to clap this wave to try to get some more energy. Beautiful. 792, and I believe half of that is dealt as damage if an enemy team member is also hit with the heal radius. We are just walking all over these guys. I'm gonna go for a channel. It's not gonna work, but we can stun Lunara into the wall, give her a clap, and just auto attack her down because I don't need nothing, dude. Look at that. Seriously, we're dominating this team. Someone has to die so I could show the res, dude. Someone has to die. We are going to steal this camp from the enemy team. Lunara's going to be up in 9 seconds. We do have a 2-level lead and a Talontier advantage right now. The range on your heal is actually pretty respectable. So if you have a good battery as Auriel, you can actually sit pretty far back. I would say like a quarter of the screen away, a third of the screen away, and still be an effective healer, which is a good feeling. Now, I did go for that talent where if someone's taking damage, they're going to generate more energy for me. But I don't really think that's been paying off. I don't think so, anyway. I mean, we can kind of see. How's the Butcher's quest going? He's at 195, dude. In a 4-kill game, the Butcher's at 195 meat. That's incredible, actually. Chromie, a little far forward there. I think she's just trying to defend the tower. We're going to kill off this little wisp to limit Lunara's information of what's going on around her. We'll also swap the crown over to Chromie. And we need to be careful here. She's just completely fucking doming them, though. Hitting them really hard. Hey! Come here, let me heal you! Oh, there's the mosh. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna be able to res, dude! Res myself! Oh, I shouldn't have resed myself. Alright, see you guys later. Oh, shit! Alright, so you just hold down Alt and you can fucking cast it on yourself, dude. Look at that. Look at that. That's fucking fun. We do see Mama Morals coming over to interrupt, but she's too late! We are going to go with Reservoir of Hope here. I feel like our damage has been fine, our carries have been doing fine, so what I would like to do is increase my potential for healing, and we're going to do that with Reservoir of Hope. I'm going to need some help here, boys. We don't have the res. Team! Oh, sad day. Sad fucking day. What Reservoir of Hope does is, it's a quest. Each maximum energy ray of heaven Auriel casts increases the maximum amount of energy stored by 75. In layman's terms, that means every time you fill up your energy bar and then heal, it's going to increase your next full heal potential by another 75 HP, or increase your damage potential. It's 30% of the damage done, not 50%. So we're actually scaling both offensively and defensively right now. Oh, I can res myself now. Is that worth? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We're coming back, boys. We're coming back. It was on cooldown when we died, and then I fucking forgot about it. All right, so the enemy team completely fucking pushed out of their objective again. Feels good. Now, I should be able to kind of, not pad our numbers, but increase our healing potential in between fights now. Mal'Ganis has the crown. I think we're going to swap it over to Chromie. If he goes in, we'll swap it back. I really didn't want to heal there. Ooh, that's done though. Hello? I really didn't want to heal there. I wanted to try to increase my maximum, but there hasn't been too much really going on in between objectives, I feel like. This is happening and I see it. And now you see it, but we have to be careful because we're live on the internet. Good clap. Couple auto attacks and we're back at full capacity again. We'll just stun him into the wall. He probably has mosh again. That heal on Chromie there, one button press brings her up 1,000 more HP now. Look at that, dude. I'll res her in just a moment. 8 seconds and she'll be back up. We should have mouth. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We're good, dude. We're good to go. ETC, I knocked him right out of that ability on accident. I need one more little attack and we'll be good to go at max energy. Try to heal up. Oh, get in the middle. Get out. Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lord. Oh, it's okay. Everything's fine. Swap the crown back over to Chromie. Hope she deals some damage here as we are running away. The next objective up in the top lane. I guess that little thing we were talking about didn't go too well, boys. Didn't go too well. I'm gonna clap the lane. You know, I think for going this quest, you could get the cooldown reduction on Q, and that would actually help out. Like, you'd be able to clap more often and get more energy as a result. But, you know, game's going pretty good, I feel like. That's going to be 4 HP off the enemy team's core. Once we get this, that's another 4, and that can only mean one thing. It's GG, everybody. That'll do it. I like that change a lot. I've always been a fan of Resurrect. Obviously, it's not really the right choice in a lot of situations. Auriel's been one of my favorite healers since she was introduced to the game. I would say in the top 5 easy, maybe top 3. And this change just makes her a little bit better. I remember at Gamescom, I was sitting down with one of the pro players and, rip, dude, back when there were pro players. And I was explaining my Auriel build to him, and I was met with a lot of bewilderment. But the build just keeps getting better, dude. It just keeps getting better. I'm just telling the future. I'm ahead of the curve, man. So if you want to follow along at home, Auriel is in a pretty decent spot, even if you don't pick up Resurrect. We went for Searing Light, Repeated Offense, Empathetic Link. I thought people were going to take more damage. I feel like this enemy team actually played pretty passive. Resurrect, Piercing Lash, Reservoir of Hope, and at level 20, I would have gone for Shield of Hope. Since I clearly influenced the developers on this one, I wonder how many people think that I mean that. I'm being real sarcastic. It'd be really cool if we could get Angelic Flight as like a baseline quest. If you generate X amount of energy, let's say 20,000 energy, you know, something a little difficult to get, you unlock flight. How about that? How about that? Is that a good idea? I don't know. You tell me. Catch you guys next time. Okay, bye.